All right, a little final trade day wrap up. Devin and I crashed at the warehouse last night. We had a lot of alcohol in our system, and we like to do the responsible thing, which is not drive drunk. Instead, stay at the warehouse and have sex with each other. So that happened last night. Stayed over, and this morning I got to do a lot of trades with Devin. Kind of filmed his stuff a little bit yesterday. And I always just let everybody else mingle and trade because I'm always having to price check stuff for people because I get stuff all around the perimeter of the warehouse. But when I get that one-on-one intimate time with Devin, you get to trade intimately. And I was able to move a bunch of, we call it just con stock. Probably a lot of you guys that are savvy game collectors that go out and hunt at garage sales, you're always getting Mario, Pokemon, Zelda type stuff, and you don't want it in your collection, but you're like, these shops sell it for a lot of money, I'll go trade it to them. Well, wise for the shop to not give you a ton of value on that stuff because it comes in too often, and that stuff can be kind of hard to move. Devin needs a little bit more of the niche stuff. He goes nuts for games like anything Fire Emblem, Xenosaga Episode 3 on PS2, so like it's starting to become the harder to find stuff that really moves well for a convention seller like Devin. And he sells on Amazon too, and that stuff does well on Amazon also. So you're starting to feel, I'll bet you savvy collectors, you're starting to feel like shops don't really want your fucking Mario worlds anymore, your Donkey Kong countries. That's just the way it goes nowadays. You get that stuff on too many other formats, SNES, NES classic consoles and compilations that Nintendo puts out, eShop type stuff. But I was really happy being able to supply him with stuff that he can use and move well at his upcoming convention in Pensacola called Pensacon. I'll try to make that with him because I got a lot of friends in that region. This is what I got from Devin. Real cool stuff, man. Nice High Seas Havoc, complete with the manual. One that often misses manual. You see a lot of ex-rentals of this. And I said it yesterday, this game feels like a hybrid game, like a hybrid between a Konami and a first-party Sega, like a Sonic meets Rocket Knight. Good way of describing that. Gotta do a real quick wrap up here. Hard to find Monster Rancher game on DS. Take it for 45 trade. I didn't take that. 2 copies of Fighters Megamix, which is a real great 3D fighter on Saturn. Probably the most fun you'll have playing a 3D fighter in the Sega Saturn. Fighters Megamix. And that's really the cool stuff. I just like this one because I never find it in just nice condition. It looks like a lot of fun. I like wrestling stuff. So, oh, and of course this is the big highlight. Really happy to have this. I've only had this a couple times ever in my career. And it's actually one I really want to play and enjoy and probably hold on to for a while. Find the right person who's going to trade me off of it and get me other stuff that I really am into. So I'm hard moving this kind of stuff. I kind of want very niche, other type games, shooters, good platform, you know. Maybe trade this towards a Klonoa on PS1 in nice condition kind of thing. So that's what I'm into. This kind of stuff. Called this 35. We almost lost it. Crusader, No Remorse. Called this one 30. Alien Trilogy, nice long box. 150 we won on Y-Type Delta. 30s on the Fighters Megamix. That felt like a really good value there. 25 on High Impact Racing. I've just never seen it before. It's not that common. 50 on a long box Resident Evil. Pretty decent condition. 35 on Space Jam. All these are just really nice cases. That's another thing. You start paying up for nice case set and stuff. Just hard to find in good condition. That about does it for the warehouse meetup.